Welcome back. We are into the semi-finals in this opening event of the Women's Series 2021, and we have a semi-final lineup that includes Anastasia Dobromislova, who we've just witnessed claim a fabulous 4-0 victory against Kirsty Hutchinson. She's taking on Lisa Ashton, who we saw beat Fallon Sherrock 4-0. Ashton has since seen off Lorraine win Stanley 4-2. For this pair, making their claim for
100,
a Grand Slam spot, for a World Champion spot, and for a Women's Series title. Only won last year by Lisa Ashton, Dita Hedman
41.
and Fallon Sherrock. Will we get a new name on the Roll of Honour today in this first event? It is Rhian O'Sullivan, the two-time World Championship finalist, against Ros Bulmer for a place in the decider.
85.
Ros Bulmer starting to throw some decent stuff here. A great result against Mikuru Suzuki, 4-0.
60.
So she must be throwing some pretty good stuff. I'm going to bring you in on this one, Murph. You just now found a stat about Rhian Sullivan. Only played in 3 World Championships,
80.
I believe.
Yeah, remarkable record that the World Championship played in 3 events between 2010 and 2012 100. And reached a final in the first 2 and the quarter-finals in the other one. Some record.
Yeah, so she can certainly play.
125.
A nice little 1-2-5 there from Ros Bulmer. Sets herself up on the big fish, as Wayne Mardle would say.
100.
Well, certainly made a splash.
118.
O'Sullivan on the Shanghai shot.
60.
Ros Bulmer then, 52, to take the first leg against the darts. Tops needed now. Nice marker.
Game shot.
Well, that's a nice little opener there for Ros Bulmer. She'll be more than happy with that. Break of throw. What should we give now to see this first going to treble 20? Ooh.
She's played some decent stuff throughout the day. 4-2 win against
78.
Anne-Marie Potts in her opening match, and then she defeated Ireland's Caroline Breen 4-1 before defeating Vicky Prum. And then the standout result really in the quarterfinals, that 4-0 victory against Mikuru Suzuki.
.41.
Looks very focused and in the zone, does Ros.
60.
Let's not forget that Rhian O'Sullivan is a two-time world champ finalist, so she certainly knows her way around the hockey and the dartboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Just someone who's never really had the time and means to commit
60.
permanently to the tour, but when she has played, she's been in contention every time. A very, very good player, Rhian O'Sullivan. And she as well has had some
41.
decent performances today, not least in winning her first match 4-2 in what was probably the draw of the first round when
60.
she went up against Trina Gulliver, winning that one. She then beat Katie Sheldon, a young Irish talent, before seeing off Lorraine Hyde and then defeating Dita Hedman 4-1.
81.
Good to see Ros Bulmer back on the hockey again. Chris, we know she's been for a tough time of it in the past couple of years, so it's good to see her back on the hockey and throwing some good stuff again.
81.
Well, 81 after 15 here for O'Sullivan. Does she show the respect of going for the 16 on the bull? She decides that the 1-3-4 may be beyond Bulmer, who's just having a little glance there, going, well, you don't think I can take this, do
41.
you? I'll show you. Will she show her?
treble 18 tops for me. That shot would have been
26.
That's tops for O'Sullivan. She did everything she could to leave it, and that's why. A break back. It's one apiece. It's 2-1 to Lisa Ashton in the other semi-final against Anastasia Dobromyslova, and Lisa is averaging almost 104
80
right now in that one. In fact, make that 2-2. Anastasia has just taken the next leg. I've seen Lisa's average plummet actually down to below a ton.
100.
These two players starting to warm to the task now. All 4 semi-finalists, Chris, will be eyeing up first place, but part of their mind as well will be
60.
thinking, let's get through this one, and then I've got another one, and then another one.
Fallon Sherrick was out in the last 16. I wonder
60.
if she's nipped home. Of course, Milton Keynes her hometown, isn't it? Sure, she'll be on the practice board somewhere in the arena.
100.
Nice to be able to nip home and give yourself a little bit of a stern talking to in the confines of your own house.
Speaking of homecomings, I'm sure everyone saw the
36.
social media of John Henderson's return to Huntly. You were over there at the World Cup, Colin. What a moment that was for big John Henderson to win a PDC title.
137.
Joe, it was fabulous stuff, you know. John, he's so graceful with everything, you know. He was saying that Peter helped him and whatever, and talked him through it and guided
100.
him through it. At the end of the day, John still has to go up there and play his own darts. And he took out a couple of crucial shots as well that kept him in that championships. As we see Rhian there take out 24 to take a 2-1 lead. Yeah, top fella is Hendo, and it was great that his hometown all came out to welcome him back. Good stuff.
121.
It's good stuff in this semi-final as well. 4 players still battling it out for the
60.
first £1,000 winner's check on offer at each of these events. Every event, players playing for a share of £5,000.
59.
So whichever lady wins it, 9 o'clock tonight. Mine is a
26.
small glass of Sauvignon Blanc. That will do me. New Zealand won mine.
Well, I'll settle for a small glass of 7-Up.
100.
This one, it's best of 9. Remember, a slightly elongated format for the semis and the final.
100.
We were talking off air about, you know, the lower prize money that
100.
has been in women's darts for a long time. When Rhian O'Sullivan reached those
100.
World Championship finals, she was paid £2,000 for being the runner-up at the World Championship. She could pick up more than that today.
41.
Yeah, it's a shame there hasn't been more prize money put into ladies'
62.
darts. Hopefully with the showings that we're going to get over these ladies' series of darts, Professional Darts Corporation have stood up to be counted and said,
60.
this is what we can do. Do you want to come and have a go? And it was unfortunate for someone like Rhian that she couldn't, after having back-to-back runners-up, Chris, that she couldn't dedicate more time to the ladies' tour. But she's here, she's battling now, she's 2 each now, as we just saw Ros Bulmer there take out 40 with 2 darts. This game's still got a lot of life
60.
left in it, I think, Chris.
So just a slight
40.
delay on our scoreboard. It's caught up there. But yeah, nothing in it really, is there? I wouldn't like to say who'll reach the final from this match. Lisa Ashton 1 leg away in the other semi-final, 3-2 up against Anastasia there. 2 legs away, should I say.
121.
And Anastasia on course to level that match up, leaving a double after 15 darts in the 6th leg. So that one looking like it's going to be closely contested as well.
85.
Early stages, Colin, we've seen some of the
100.
main protagonists already. Who's looking likely to bag that Grand Slam spot, do you think, at the end of the first 6
100.
tournaments from what you've seen so far?
Well, Lisa's performance against Fallon, you know, we have to say that was a very solid performance. But then straight after that, we had
85.
the privilege of watching Anastasia go to work as well, and she was throwing some good stuff. I think it's very open, Chris. I wouldn't like to put my house on to who's going to grab that at this
95.
At this early stage, quite simply because we're watching 2 ladies here who we possibly wouldn't have put amongst the mix. As we see Rhian O'Sullivan there take out 35 with 2 darts, take a 3-2 lead. There's so many ladies out there that are so capable. They can pull off the shocks. You know, would we have said that
76.
Ros Bulmer would have beaten Mikuru Suzuki 4-0? We probably wouldn't have. And that's the beauty of
100.
these events. There's ladies out there who we don't know a great deal about that can go up and produce shocks, and that's great to see.
40.
It really is. Just a little slip there from Bulmer with the final dart. I can tell you, I did say that Anastasia was poised to level that match, but Lisa Ashton
100.
took out 136 with Anastasia waiting on 36 to lead 4-2, so she now is 1 leg away from reaching the final.
121. 100.
The main thing about it is, I mean, listen, Chris, we know that Lisa Ashton's obviously playing some great stuff at the moment. Lots of the ladies are playing some great stuff at the minute. But if you win this first event, you really are in the driving seat,
45.
aren't you, really? But
Yeah.
you can't get complacent. If you get complacent, you'll get punished.
Well, we saw that with Dieter last year, didn't we? That she had a very good first couple of events.
100.
And Fallon Sherritt couldn't catch her in the end in that race for 2nd place, as it turned out to be. He went down to the wire, of course. I think it was legs 1 that
45.
separated them, but Dieter did the damage on day 1. Somebody could do the same today, as O'Sullivan now looks for a 101
81.
on tops. And she will return. A lady from Carmarthen.
100.
The Welsh have been ruling the world of darts over the last couple of years, and Rhian O'Sullivan is now 1 leg away from securing a Welsh presence in the final of the first Women's Series event of the year.
Well, she'll be disappointed with those 2 darts. That's the thing,
22.
Chris, when you sometimes throw quite quickly, the first dart went in the 1, and she threw the 2nd dart so quick that the brain didn't give a chance to tell the arm you've got to shift over a bit. So the 2nd dart automatically followed the first, and that's why then you see her take a step back and was back in that 20 zone again.
And just to highlight your point, the opposite happened there, where she found the treble 20 with 1 of her darts and swiftly followed with another.
55. 60.
Confirmation then that Lisa Ashton is through to the final of this first event. She's beaten Anastasia Dobromoslova by 5 legs to 2 and will take on
26.
the winner of this match in the final around about 5 or 10 minutes following the end of this one.
40.
Do keep an eye on the PDC website as well. The draw for the 2nd event will take place between the end of this semi-final and the final as well.
Nice to see the ladies have a little bit of a chatter there.
60.
Rhian O'Sullivan's dart bounced out. a little bit away and put the hand up to apologise and a little bit of chatter. And then straight back down to the serious
81.
business that is this semi-final.
Yeah, and it's still not over yet. Another treble really would make it interesting if she gets one.
$60. $40.
This 117 is certainly a shot that Rhian's very capable of taking out. Tops now for the match.
Game shot and
what a way to win it. What a way to finish. And what a way to book her place in the final of the first women's series event of 2021. The pair share some complimentary words after the match, but it is Rhian O'Sullivan who books her place in the decider, and she will take on Lisa Ashton.